I'm Jeff from Full Race, and today we're going to show you the Stage 2 OEM turbo upgrade for the Civic Type R, Honda Accord, RDX, and TLX from Mitsubishi Turbo. Got a whole lot of paper. Protect this thing in shipping. Oh, almost fell over. And one of the first things you're going to see as I unbox this turbo is that this looks absolutely identical to the stock turbocharger. And the reason for that is when Mitsubishi came to us in 2016 to talk about this project, we talked about what has been required historically to upgrade the turbocharger on a Honda. And if you've been around for a while, you're used to the whole thing of manifolds, oil lines, coolant lines, drain lines, feed lines, hardware, bolts, gaskets, downpipes, charge pipes, this whole thing of a turbo kit. And the fact is, people don't really love spending 3 days wrenching on their car. They would prefer to spend an hour doing an upgrade like this. And when you look at the historical, turbo kit world, there's a bunch of different size turbos. People didn't know what size they wanted to use. Some guy wanted to go drag racing. Some guys wanted to just, get a little bit more response or a little bit more power. And, at that same time, we saw that a lot of people don't, or maybe already have some modifications on their car and they don't want to change all this stuff, their intake or whatever. They want to keep all that. And so, we made a decision with MHI that we'd like to create a completely bolt-on plug-and-play package that retains all existing OEM parts and, still provides a significant power upgrade. And yeah, this is really the result of that. So you may or may not know, but Mitsubishi Turbo, aka MHI, manufactures all of Honda's OEM turbochargers. And Honda has had a history of turbocharged vehicles, starting with the 2.3 liter RDX from back in the day. Now all the 1.5, 2.0s, and some of the V6s. Honda's gone big into turbochargers, and Mitsubishi is their partner in turbocharging. So what we decided to do was say, how far can we take the stock frame turbo, full stock appearing, stock fitment, stock everything, and what can we really do with it? And so right off the bat, the obvious thing everyone looks at is a billet compressor wheel, right? So you go bigger on the billet compressor wheel, but if you go larger on the compressor wheel without increasing the size of the turbine wheel, you're going to have a compromise in turbo performance. And it's very important that if you increase the turbine, increase the compressor, that you also increase the turbine. They have to work together. And if you go too big on the compressor, the whole thing goes slower. So you really have to go bigger on compressor and bigger on the turbine. And that's exactly what we did. So the OEM compressor wheel for a Civic Type R is a 49 millimeter inducer, 58 millimeter exducer. So a 58 is actually a fairly large compressor wheel for a stock turbo. And this is the reason that a lot of Accord, RDX, and TLX guys are upgrading to the Civic Type Rs. Civic Type R is a 58 mil compressor wheel, and that's bigger than the other 2 liter Hondas. But you'll see that most of the Civic Type R guys are upgrading to something like this. And so this is a 7 millimeter larger compressor. It goes from a 58 millimeter compressor to a 65 millimeter compressor. And in the turbo world, 7 millimeter is a big increase. The turbine wheel is a 47 millimeter on the stock turbo and a 52 millimeter here. So this is a 5 millimeter increase in turbine. So 7 mil on the compressor, 5 millimeters on the turbine. This is considerably larger. And that's why the guys from Japan designate this as Stage 2. So both compressor and turbine are upgraded, and really that designates a Stage 2. But being that this is made on the OEM production line, it has a lot of really cool features. So completely OEM plug-and-play compressor housing, retaining the stock blow-off valve. It has the stock electronic wastegate actuator that really introduces a lot of intricate control connected directly to the ECU, and allows us to do a lot of things. We can open and close the wastegate based off of what the computer wants to do, not based off of how much boost pressure is in the actuator like a traditional pneumatic wastegate. If you look at the turbine housing, again, this is a completely stock appearing turbine housing. It bolts directly to the cylinder head, and the reason is the 2 liter Hondas use an integrated exhaust manifold. And what that means is there is actually no exhaust manifold between the turbocharger and the engine. So the turbocharger bolts directly to the cylinder head. And this is kind of cool because it is a very simple, straightforward, easy way to upgrade your turbo. The OEM oil drain connection is here. OEM water drain right here. And then the OEM oil feed vertical. So the way it sits in the engine is like this. Your oil feed is coming in from the top, and the oil drain is coming out of the bottom with gravity. The coolant comes out the front of the engine, and right on top you'll see the electronic wastegate actuator controlling what's right here, the wastegate flapper. So under boost, this wastegate flapper is closed. Once you reach full boost, it opens up. I don't know if I'm strong enough to pop it. No, I can't do it. A little bit. But you can see it opens and closes a little bit. But really, this is a remarkably clean control for an OEM solution. And you know, being that Honda supports this, it's actually a simple, seamless tuning process. You literally go into Honda, go to the top menu where it says Mitsubishi Turbo, and you click on it. Stock turbo or Mitsubishi turbo, and the engine's calibrated. So what we're planning to do is achieve car calibration with this. We're pursuing it with the SEMA Garage right now. With a stock vehicle, and you know, it's entirely plausible that this thing should pass. It's all OEM in every way, so we're really excited about that. But overall, this is a phenomenal turbocharger. It was designed to come close to 500 horsepower. Overall, this engine, the 2-liter Honda, is extremely robust. It's taking a lot more boost than I think most people had originally anticipated. And being able to adapt these turbos to other platforms, RDX, TLX, Accord, has really kind of opened up what's possible to be done with these engines. So, you know, this is a really exciting turbo, but if you're looking to make a bit more power, maybe you're building a track car, dedicated race car, we do have some solutions for that too. So we'll put that in another video. But in the meantime, I just want to say thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you liked it, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to check out our other videos. And we'll see you next time.